Who doesn't love Chris Hemsworth? He's a good Thor, eventually.
Oh, what?
But how does he compare to the comics? Remember, if you like the video, like the video. If you really like the video, subscribe. Easy. So Thor became one of my favourite characters in the MCU, not at first, but once the dodgy dyed facial hair was changed and they let Hemsy showcase his natural comedy chops.
I choose to run toward my problems and not away from them. That's what.
And get on the roids to get a proper superhero physique, he was up there with Spidey for me. Thor's obviously an Asgardian, and they're all naturally stronger and tougher than humans, more so in the comics than in the MCU, and because Thor is the son of Odin, he's even more hardcore, like a superhero. Like the Hulk, Thor is still very hardcore in the movies to be fair, but there are some feats that happened on the page that show he's been adaptationally wimped a bit. Most of his strengths in the comics involve hitting things so hard that they break around him. Asgard, mountains, more mountains, all the 7 wonders of the world, Manhattan, or lifting ridiculously heavy things. He also arm wrestled Hercules once, and the force of it was enough to throw the planet out of orbit. It didn't though. He's so strong that in the Civil War storyline they basically had to make an excuse for him to not be around because he was too powerful. He's tough as well. He can withstand all kinds of blasts, from your big boy Surtur, from old mate Thanos from the last episode, from Black Bolt, him with the voice. Wolverine can't cut his skin even with his super sharp claws, and there's a litany of other feats of strength, speed and endurance. And also things like being able to hear individual raindrops. Okay, Marvel. He could also do an Odin Force blast that he only did every now and then, and that could even make the Juggernaut take a step backwards, and it staggered Galactus. And he's one of the strongest dudes in the universe in the comics. Oh, and he can fly through space with Mjolnir. Oh, and he had ridiculous hair and clothing in the 90s, but most people did back then to be fair. He's shown he can fly a bit with Ragnarok in the excellent opening scene, but he still needs the Bifrost or a spaceship to go through space really, so not quite the same. And when it comes to strength, he's clearly strong in the Avengers, only the second strongest though.
Banner.
Welcome, strongest Avenger.
Oh, what?
And he's done some cool stuff like catching and taking a Hulk punch in the first Avengers. As mentioned, he smacks him around in Sakaar. He can catch a car. He takes down Malekith when he's powered by an Infinity Stone. And when he unlocks his true potential and becomes an absolute badass, he can then withstand the force of a star, which was the first time I thought, oh shit, yeah, he's a god. And he could chuck an axe through a blast from the Infinity Gauntlet. He still gloats too much though. He could have saved a few people a load of trouble if he just got it over with.
I told you. You'd die for that.
But he's just not showing the real strength for the comics. He's struggling against Ultron, who's been nerfed himself, and he needs Vision to step in with Mjolnir. And after the upgrade, somehow old mate Ebony Maw with his adaptational badassery can hold him down with some metal and telekinesis. Smarmy git. I will say 2 things though. This isn't as much of a nerf as some other characters, and that Thor in the movies, especially in the latest Love and Thunder, is the closest I have seen to an actor having the body that a superhero should have.
Flick too hard, damn it!
Roids clearly being the only way to do it. Alright, enough admiring Hemsy's body. Thank you.